Hello? You guys can hear me now? I can see, I see the thing going. I don't know why OBS, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. I should have seen the OBS thingy for the sound not moving. Gotta pay attention to those things. Just because everything goes well the first 100 times doesn't mean the 101 is not gonna have any problems. And apparently after the last update from OBS, things are getting weird. But hi, again. Sorry. Let's start over. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. We are working on projects today. We have all of the test cases covered from last week. We created a bunch of components that we are going to now implement and take care of the UI section or the UI part of the projects. And yeah, it should be really fun today. So Daniel, thank you for being here. Carlos, hi, how you doing? Thank you for being here, man. You're awesome. So let's see. So this is what we have. I think the first thing I should do is run the migrations because I don't have any, and probably get a couple of projects going for the database either. Make sure that you can see my screen. Yep, there it is. So just to double check and triple check, I'm just gonna make sure that everything still is passing from last time. There should be 42. Yep, there it is. Now let's run the migrations because we did create a few tables. But before I do that, let me take a look at the database either, because I am going to... Am I going to? Should I need to? Because... Did I modify some of the existing tables? I think I did. Yes, because now tasks have a... Yeah, I need to recreate the entire database. So I'm going to need that seeder again. So seeders, database seeder. So we have a user, we have a couple of groups, and a few tasks that now will have a project assigned by default. So let's create one project. So let's see. Project factory. Let's set the state. I'm just going to create one. So the project name, let me set it as just project A. Doesn't need to be anything, to be honest. Project A. Create. So now when I create all of these tasks, they all belong to one project. That should be all right. Ow. Didn't we create a test for scoping down the tasks? I remember doing that. It was in the group test, I think. Yeah, there it is. I just wanted to make sure that this was the nomenclature. 1 week and I'm already forgetting things. But I think we should be good. So let's give it a try. PHP artisan, migrate fresh seed. Okay, we have a problem here. Projects need to belong to a user. Good. Okay, we have a database. We have everything in place. What do we want to do first? How about we start by we created a new component for the sidebar that will show all of the projects in the database scoped down by users. So let's make use of that. Let's take a look at, yeah, here it is, the sidebar component, and this goes to Livewire sidebar. And I remember it has all of the content of the previous sidebar plus a few things for iterating over projects. So let's go to the dashboard, which is, I believe, the place where we should put this. So instead of this sidebar here, let's replace this. No, wait. Not the slot. The slot can stay. It's just the X sidebar. And we are going to instead change this for Livewire sidebar. Did it have any prompts? I don't remember. Nope. So we can literally just say Livewire sidebar, and with just that, let's see how it's looking. I need to log in again. I lost my user, didn't I? Yes. So should be admin at example this time. Oh, look at that. Project A. Here we go. So right now it's defaulting to all projects because in the sidebar template, we have one item here, which is for all projects. We're going to implement this functionality in a moment if we have time, but at least we are iterating over all of the projects. So the idea is that when I click on this, why is it not showing as a link? That's problematic. It's because the href is just the default hashtag, and so Livewire just replaces that with nothing. See, this turns into just hashtag. So are we going to use Yes, we are going to use a click event here. Let's take a look at the sidebar item. We have a bunch of classes here. Trying to remember what was the underline. So it said, is it just text underline? Wow, I don't remember. 1 second. Yeah, underline. So I'm just gonna add this class here. Always show, not underline actually, on the cursor. Cursor pointer. And both cases. No, this is the default. Okay. Let's see. No, it's still not showing. If I can spell right, pointer. There it is. Okay, that looks better. I guess we should take care of a couple of things. One would be the fact that when I click on this, there should be a message that is going to be transmitted to the group component with all of the tasks. href link could work. Well, yeah, you're right. Hi Abdul, how you doing? I'm gonna leave. In any case, I'm not going to use href because what I want to do is use a click event. So I'm going to use add click or Livewire click or wire click actually. So the href is not going to be used either way. So yeah, when I click on this in the project A, I should communicate to all of the group components that I only want to show tasks that belong to that group, if any. But I also need to take care of the fact that when I create a task, I am not giving it a project. And I don't want to mess with that form right there. I want to leave that. So it's probably going to be a new field in the edit task. So let's say task 1. Why are there, there are no tasks showing. So by default, I should have all of the tasks from all of the projects. So there's something going on. It's trying to scope by something. Yeah, this is weird. Let's take a look at this because the database seeder did create a few tasks. And actually, let's take a look at the database real quick. Table plus. So those are the groups, and if we take a look at tasks, see, we have a bunch of tasks, and they all belong to project 1. So the fact that they're not showing is a bit of a problem. Let's see if we can solve that. Closing a few things here just to clean up my space. And let's open the group component, I think. Kanban group. Let's take a look at this. So yeah, it's working with the assumption that we are scoping by project by default. Nah, I don't think I like that. There is no project. Okay. There is no active project selected when we first load the page. So this project thing, I don't even know how it's getting any value here. So this is getting the project. When we mount. So this is coming in. Is this coming in null? It's coming in null, isn't it? Quick and dirty way to find out is simply die and dump. Yeah, it's, oh wait. What are the attributes? Attributes. So it's not null, it's just an empty project model. That's good to know. So when it gets to here and I call get key is giving me null. So it's filtering by null on the project. So what would happen if, can I set this to null? Maybe 1? How do I set this to null? There. So if I set one task to null on the project ID, will it show up in the page? Let's get rid of that DD. Yeah. All right. I guess it's a matter of deciding what do I like best. And I think the smartest way to go about this is to show all of the tasks at first from all of the projects. So this should be all projects instead of all tasks. Well, I don't know. How do you guys like it better? All tasks, all projects? I think all tasks sounds better. So all tasks, meaning all of the tasks from all of the projects. And right now it's trying to get the tasks that do have all of the tasks that don't have a project assigned, which is a different category, which would be probably unassigned or something like that. Although, if I'm going to show all of the tasks, I should be able to see all of the tasks, assigned and not assigned. So I think it's a matter of maybe if we do it in here. See this if? That if is should catch. No, it's not. Because this is not null. Like I said, project is a model class, so it's going to evaluate to true. So I was wrong on this if. Is there a method? Okay, so maybe instead of just checking for project, let's check for project get key. So that will be null. In that case, it's not going to filter by project and then just give me all of the tasks. There you go. That was the thing. So I was doing a wrong checking because I assumed that because this was optional here, that this was going to be null at some point, but it's not. When it's optional, even though it's optional, when you don't pass a value to a prop that is type hinted as a model, what you get instead is not null, but a model class that is empty. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, okay. So we solved that problem. That means that we have all of the tasks unassigned and assigned to a project. So from here, we can then start working, which means let's rename this to all tasks instead. Let's go to the Livewire sidebar, sorry. Let's go to the sidebar and let's change this to all tasks. I wish I would like to make use of that batch over there. Quick and dirty way to do it would be just to use the how do we do this? If we want to count all of the tasks, I could probably do a computed property. And let's try that. And I believe this was with a computed I'm not going to use any option. We could use an option here so that we don't have to run the query to count all the tasks all of the time by using the seconds parameter. If I'm not mistaken, that will cache the value of this computed property. And by default, that's how many seconds? 36. That's an hour, isn't it? It's 36,000 seconds an hour. Sorry, I'm bad at math. Yeah, that's 60 minutes. So yeah, by default, it would be cached to an hour if we... Actually, that's actually default. Huh, okay. Never mind. So it already caches the value for an hour. how do we call this? I want to count all of the tasks. Something like this. Tasks count. Tasks total. Total tasks. Should be a matter of just calling the task model and just do a count, I think. Is that a thing? Why do I have in mind that this is a thing? C-bunt. Oh my god. I'm not hitting my keys today. You can add component for count, then add dispatch event to update count. Do you think adding an extra whole component just for the count? Because if I make here's the thing. If I make this field computed and I can then dispatch, or I can instruct this after create, I can instruct this sidebar component if the objective is to make this field update every time I create a task. I can, if I'm not doing it already, I think I am. When I create a task, I can dispatch an event and I can just tell this component to listen for that event. And when just by listening to that event, we'll re-render the component, and these total tasks, because it's a computed property, or I would expect it to refresh. So I don't know if I need a whole component. Let's try and see if just dispatching an event from the create task, from the create task method, and listening for that method here would do the trick. Will do the trick. I just need to know if, because it sounds familiar, but I don't know if count is actually a method. It's a method on a collection. Not okay. Yeah. There's got to be an aggregate method in database. Query builder. Aggregate. Not here. Eloquent ORM. There it is. So yeah, there is a count. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. So that means that I could use... Can I do it like this? No, I have to use this. I don't know if I like this name. There you go. Okay. I think that's good enough for now. Hey Matthew, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you. And hi to you as well. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. All right, so let's see. Since we have the default to all tasks, so I want to filter by just this project. That means that, oh, we should have a count for this one too, shouldn't we? Project A currently has 6 tasks. So let's try and have a batch for it. Should be easy because the project has a relationship to tasks and we can count that relationship. So we can add a batch here that is equal to project tasks count. Now I'm getting into uncomfortable territory here because that's one query for each element on this for each, which means I should start thinking, even though it's not a big issue right now, I should keep in mind that we should use eager loading here so that every project will already come with all of the tasks preloaded so that we don't have to run this query every time. And I think this should be better, right? Because right now we just have one project, that is one query. But if we with count, oh, you're right. But that should also be no, that should be in the component, right? With count. Give me a second. Just gonna check the documentation real quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do this. Wait. So here's the thing. I'm using the user to get the projects. So that means that I have to do it in the relationship. The user relationship. Can I do it here? Is that a thing? Come on. Not that, this. Okay. Think well. Oh, Jesus. Okay. If I refer to this user projects. Oh, okay. Really? Oh. Ooh. We're missing this relationship here. Public function tasks has many so this has many task class. Okay. There you go. That works. So now we have the tasks count on every project. That's beautiful. Let's go back to the sidebar and we can just make use of that project tasks count. Back to here, and now, hey, we're moving along and it's great. All right. Now, the fun part. We need to filter by project A. As soon as I click on project A, I need to tell all of the groups, hey, I just want project A's tasks. How am I going to do that? Let's take a look at the group real quick. This is taking a project. how about we do this? What if we have a method down here let's just call it set project on filter project. On project filter. And then above, I'm going to use an attribute called on. And the event is going to be project filter. Now on project filter, the idea is that the event, when I emit the event, I need to pass the project ID. I'm going to try passing the ID, and then I'll try type hinting the project task, sorry, the project model in this function, see if it works. So let's start with just project ID. So all I need to do technically is just say this project equals project find. Should do find or fail, shouldn't I? I'm gonna do find or fail. Project ID. Just so that in case the ID that I'm passing doesn't exist for some weird reason, it will gracefully shut down. Now when I do that and assign that to that, that means that I should have this tasks method refresh because it is computed, and the next time that it runs, it's going to detect that this get key is not going to be null anymore, and then filter by project get key. So that's the receiving end. Let's go take care of the emitting end. I'm just debating in my head. I know that you can't tell because I'm just spinning around. I'm debating in my head if I should inline the emission of the event or create a method for it. I could use an inline. Let me double check on the documentation for Livewire. Go to events. They do dispatch here. Can I do a dispatch on inline dispatch? Refresh, close. Yeah, there's no example. Let's try it. Let's try it. So in Sidebar, let's try and Stanley. Good morning. Stanley here from Nairobi. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. You're awesome. Let's try doing a wire click. No, wire click prevent. Wire click prevent. And then yeah, there is a dispatch, right? I'm not using @ just because I don't like using @ sign when I'm within a Alpine.js scope. Might be Alpine.js might think that I'm actually trying to use a, well, let's actually do that. Click prevent, and then do dispatch. Now the event name is project filter. And second parameter is the project get key. All right, let's see if that works. First of all, I am going to test it with a die and dump right here in group. Thank you. That's very helpful. Dispatch show post model. Oh, the second parameter has to be an object. Okay. Thank you. Let's fix that real quick. That looks right, right? Project filter, then passing project ID, and then on the on the group component, I'm receiving that and just die and dump. Okay. Let's try it. Technically, if I click this, nothing happens. So it's not catching the click. Let's try with wire instead. Still nothing. Why? Come on. Okay. I'm going to replace this content here with a method. Oh, wait, I think I know why this is not working. Sidebar item. Yeah, I'm not passing down any wire. That's unfortunate. I guess in that case I'm going to have to take all of this crap out of the component. I don't want to put all of the wire events here. Oh. The reason why it's not doing anything is because this is a blade component and the wire click attribute has to be passed down here. Like this has to say something like attributes somewhere. It has to get that attribute and render it here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take this out here. Didn't want to do that. So that means active. So there's not going to be any props, nor not active, nor batch. All of this will be in the component. Yeah, but if I do that, the problem is that there are some attributes that go in the A tag, specifically just the href, and there are another set of attributes that go into the span. Isn't that the case? I thought I was doing that. Well, if I'm not going to use the href, then what the heck? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Just do this. Yeah, there it is. Does it work? Well, I replaced it with a method. Hold on. Gotta go back. And let's undo that. Genius. You're genius. All right, so we have events communicating. We have communication between components. Now let's remove that D and what am I doing? Let's remove that die and dump from group here. And let's actually see it working. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's task 1, the one that should not be showing. And yeah, it works. Isn't that a beauty? Oop. See, task 1 is gone. Automatic. Problem is I have no way to go back. So now I just have to reload. Now, persistence is going to be a thing. If I reload, there it is again. That's an interesting problem. Or is it? I don't know. Is there a way to pass the... to append things to the query string when I click on something? Why is my eye so itchy? I need a way to persist the filtering from the sidebar in between reloads. So a session, right? So that works. But if I reload, it goes back. How to do this? How to do this? Well, let's not worry about that just now. We'll figure it out, but that's not critical right now. I know it's annoying that every time you reload, it goes back to the previous filter of all of the tasks. But what I want to do now is I want to go back to all of the tasks. So let's do that real quick. Can I do this? I'm just curious if I just can't pass a project, just serialize it. You can check if project null and at all else only Alpine persist. That's an interesting idea. I didn't get the last one. You can check if pro null at all else only pro. Sorry, I didn't follow. But that Alpine persist might be worth checking too. Let me see if I can just pass the whole project. Let's go back to sidebar here. Yep, that's better. So now I can just... So what happens if I go here and I do another wire key? No, sorry. I'm just gonna copy this event. I'm gonna put it here. too much. And instead of passing the project, I'm just going to pass null. Like so. Am I able to do that? We'll find out. So filter by project A. I should also, I need to mark this as active when I click on it. So that filters that. But if I click on all tasks, that didn't work. Unexpected token. Okay, so oh, I know. Just don't pass anything here. And then go back to group and make this optional. Come on. Filter by project, that works. Give me all of them. And that works too. Okay. So I can go back and forth. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Few details that I want to take care of is, let's start by marking this as active when I click on it. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way of adding things to the query string. The query string can also, well, hold on. Showing history, display on page load, exclude insert using alias. Nope, none of this. Well, this could be useful, initializing properties from the URL. Livewire allows you to store component properties in the URL's query string. For example, you may want a search property in your component to be included in the URL. So in this case, that search equal Bob, it's my project equals 1. This is particularly useful for things like filtering, sorting, pagination, as it allows users to share and bookmark specific states of a page. Okay. So below is a show users component that allows you to search users by their name via a simple text input. So we have a public search variable. In this case, mine will be a public project. Project, I think. Yeah. So that project should be a property in the Kanban, in the board, actually, because the board can pass that down to the group. Interesting. So We have a public property search and then a render method that returns the view and searches by that. Okay, so we have the input text wire model live search. As you can see, because the text input uses wire model live, as the user types into the field, network requests will be sent to update the search property and show the filter sets of users on the page. However, if the visitor refreshes the page, which is the problem that we're having right now, the search value and results will be lost. To preserve the search values across page loads so that the visitor can refresh the page or share the URL, we can store the search value in the URL's query string by adding the, there it is, hashtag URL attribute above the search property like so. Let's try that out. Let's do it in the sidebar. So, well, no. Do we do it in the sidebar or the let's take a look at the project, not project, what was the name of the component? The board. So board, if you remember, has the groups and can pass down the project alongside every group that is rendered, because the group accepts a prop for the project ID or the project. So it makes sense that the board has a project property and that property will be stored in the URL. Make sense? So let's start by let's take the group. Hold on. Let's take this method. Let's delete it from here. And let's put it in board. Compute it. Sort. So now we need a project property. So we're going to create a public project and as the documentation states, we're going to use the URL attribute. So we have as null. So we can alias this property in the URL. That's useful. History false, so it's not going to be stored in the browser's history by default. I don't know what keep false means, except null, nullable, null. Nullable should be true because this property can be null if there is no project available. So let's say nullable. Let's set that to true. And make this option. So now the board has a property called project that is optional, and it should also be stored in the URL, and it's listening for the project filter event. Now the groups is actually a computed property. So in the board template, what we can do now is for to every group, we're going to pass the project. right? Looks right to me. So this project property can be null. So in all of the group components, that can be null. And if it's null, then all of the checks that we have in place will still work. Let's make sure I save everything because apparently I'm not doing it. Check for errors in the page. 404 not found. What is this? Who's giving me a 404? Oh, come on. All right, let's back it up a little. I don't get it. Why are you giving me a 404 not found? Was it because of the board change here? Is it because of this? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm guessing then this has to do with the fact that I am using this. I'm type hinting here, so I should not do that. How about if I do this? What are you doing? Okay, let's go back to where was it board? I changed the name, didn't I? Okay, project ID. I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, type project proper, not be accessed before initialization. Group project. Oh. It's because of this. Let's do it like this instead. Project ID. Thirsty Pooch. Hi there, I'm currently working with Laravel, even when I was acquainted in the past. So hard for me to my organization's repos in localhost. I get course error. Why don't you try Herd? Yeah, try Herd. No, I can't do null because I need that to have an object because of the thing that I'm doing here. This project get key. I need this to be an instance of a model, even if it's empty. Just for now. I can probably refactor it. So yeah, try Herd. You can have any domain that you want. You can have multiple domain names for the same project. I've done that in my work. As long as they all end with test. And you can also secure your localhost domains, your local domains, with HTTPS with one click. It's awesome. Try it out. Really? Herd is the one giving issues. My senior moved to Valet. Imagine that. Well, Herd is Valet. How come? That's interesting because Herd is just Valet wrapped in an executable. I mean that all of the domains that you create. Well, I guess this is configurable in Herd, but all the local domains that you create in Herd end with .test. So if you create a project in the project folder, so you have a Herd folder. You have to have a Herd folder where everything is parked, because at the end of the day, Herd is nothing but Valet. So all of the projects that are parked in that project will end with .test. So if your project is called my project, then the domain for that project will be myproject.test. I don't remember if you can configure the TLDR. Sorry, the domain name for your local projects. I imagine you can. But yeah, interesting that move. That's a literal lateral move. Herd is just Valet. So where was I? Okay, so I have this value here. Let's save this. Any more errors? You still complaining about project? Oh, I have to remove this. All right. We're running out of time, unfortunately. And I have a previous appointment. So I'm afraid we're going to cut this short for now. I'm guessing I broke everything here, right? Yes, I did. So yeah, on the next episode of Kanban board, we are going to figure out how to work with this URL thing. I'm guessing we're gonna have to move some stuff around, but we're making progress and we're gonna figure it out next week. Thank you so much, everyone. We are at the end of the session after 1 hour and 23 minutes. I think we made good progress today. Oh my gosh, it's so as now I have to make a PDF from Pure Blade. Ugh, I don't envy you. Good luck with that. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for being here. We'll continue next week and we'll figure this URL thing. If you found any of this helpful, you know what to do. Give me a like, it always helps. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're almost at the 5,000 mark. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm not a guru. I'm just another idiot trying to get by. But thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we have I have another couple of I have the second part of the Wednesday video that I posted this Wednesday. Second part is coming next Wednesday, and we're going to finish that off live on the next Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.